Yep. So in order to get to the botanical gardens, we have to go through the sewer system accessed from Prosperity, because the road, or the bridge rather, that would normally be leading there is down. Very much so. Love how dingy these environments are. That's the roamer's sigil, so that means that's one of the junkyard gates. I know there's like a small house or something that I haven't been inside. Well, it's not a priority. Not right now, anyway. Park our girl here and go into the sewers. You know what? I've got some scrap. Yeah, but I want to save enough so I can fully upgrade the pig. Welcome to the Pipeworks. This level's very dark, and opportunities to charge your lantern are rare. Basic navigation through here can be done fairly effectively, but looking for items and secrets, you're gonna need the lamp. You'll also probably need to find some switches, like that one. Would have been basically impossible to see. Medkit that I can't actually carry. So the Uptown Pump Room is that way. Dome and the Junkyard are that way. I'm trying to remember which route has the point that mutants are getting into. I don't think it's the Uptown route. Guess we'll go this way for now. That'll be more useful when I come back. That didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped it would. A little trick if you're trying to conserve lantern in the darker areas of this game. Just bring the fight somewhere that isn't dark. This area is illuminated, so we can make, you know, that work. So, high pressure, engage maximum of 2 valves only. So, speaking of the mutants' route down here, obviously this is probably where they're coming in. We encountered mutants here, and there's a clear route leading up to the surface. So we need to remedy that. I know there was one, like, immediately adjacent to this room. There you are. Infighting! For some reason. Right, next up. Slap, crunch, squeesh. Gotta love the squeesh. Well, at least this water isn't irradiated. For you, the war is over. 1, 2, 3. Back way off. And that's the mutant problem dealt with. They're not getting in now. And all these fancy doors opened up. This one, if I recall, just wraps back around as a shortcut to the starting point for this particular part of the Pipeworks. But from here, we can begin our approach to the Botanical Gardens. Now, that wouldn't be possible had we not already bagged ourselves the hazmat suit. Error diagnosis. Ventilation system failure. Pump 01 offline. Pump 02 offline. Pump 03 offline. System reset failed after 20 attempts. Manual restart required on affected pumps. Air test. Testing. Test results. Chlorine. 90%. Oxygen, 7%. Trace others, 3%. Warning, chlorine concentrations above 1,000 ppm. Serious risk of asphyxiation death. Corrosion hazard. Protective equipment must be worn. So I can, like... Well, you know what? I'm gonna double back. I'm gonna talk to the guys, the ones who give you the jobs. Normally I would just skip straight to the Botanical Gardens. This gives me a chance to charge my lamp. I cleared out the... Okay, well, I found a hazmat suit. Huh, that'll be helpful. I don't really need one at the moment, but hang on to it. Not many of those around. I'm sure you don't use unless you really need to. Even a small tear will render it useless. Also, refilling the oxygen tank will be very difficult without the right machines. I cleared out the tunnels. Really? That'll be a big help. It'll be nice to not have to worry about getting killed and eaten whenever I do my maintenance cycle. That's always nice. Let me throw something your way as a reward. A little scrap. I'll throw in a good word with the sheriff as well. Thanks. More junk is always helpful. Thanks. But let's talk to the sheriff. Tell him we've addressed the mutant situation. I took care of the problem with the tunnels. You did? Amazing. I'll sleep soundly at night knowing full well that no ugly cannibal is going to be crawling out of my toilet. Let me tell you, Scavenger, I'm actually starting to like you. Sounds like you just have a problem with your crops now. Yeah, they say the soil here isn't so great. Something. Yeah, we already heard that. You know what? I'll try the farmer guy, see if he gives me a different dialogue option. The man looks at you with a bored expression. What is it, Junker? The bar is over there. I'm looking for Kyle. He looks uneasy. Yeah, so? Who wants to know? I've heard you had a problem with your crops. Problem? Heh, that doesn't even begin to describe it. Wait, are you working for the sheriff? Tell that guy I ain't sending no more men to die down there. It's fucking suicide. What do you mean? The tunnels. Fucking death trap. Did he not see what happened to Danny? All for some fucking magic beans? You tell him we don't need some old fucking stories. We need water. What seeds? The Baron seems to think that the dome has some kind of old super seed stored there. Thinks they could grow in this soil. Load of bull. I need more people and more water. Fucking magic fucking seeds. What is the dome? Big glass garden up in the northwest. Can't miss it. Except you can now, because the road collapsed. Doesn't matter anyway. No one's ever been over there and lived to tell about it. Well, except Danny, and he's fucking dead. God rest his soul. What happened to him? Came back covered in gas bag spores is what. We haven't really gas bags down in the tunnels before. The guards run regular patrols. Well, they used to. Only one place he could have not gotten covered in spores. The dome. How do I get there? Only way there now is through the tunnels, maybe. Ask Patch. He looks after all that stuff. I'm just trying to survive out here, pal. Worth looking, right? Huh? You want my opinion? And you asked, so you're gonna get it. No magic beans are gonna save this town. I don't know if you noticed, but we've got a bit of a situation here with regards to the water situation, and the Baron won't do anything about it. I heard there's some kind of drought. Huh. Drought. Good one. Badlands has tons of water. Just need to clean it first. Of course, not much of that goes to us. The poor mugs do all the work. It all gets traded out to other towns, so Uptown can live their life in luxury. Uptown? Across the east side. You can get there through the guard room. Except you can't. Neither can I. Only citizens are allowed in there. And by citizens, they mean people too important to live in the trash like us common workers. Tell me about the Baron. He's the guy that built this place. So they say. Reality is we do most of the work. You never see him at all. Spends all day in Uptown taking life easy in his greenhouse. Same with the guards and their families. The rest of us get water rations. He spits. Have you tried talking to him? Ha! Good luck with that one. Ask yourself this, Scavenger. Why do you think, for all the guards we have here, most of them are on the inside? To keep us down and keep his life easy, that's why. Someone should do something about it. I'm only interested in finding this dome. Fine! You got a death wish? You go right ahead. But you'll need one of those special suits if you want to survive the trip. Ask Patch, he'll tell you. I gotta tell you, Scav, you're wasting your time working for these assholes. Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because they'll just use you and then kick you out. You see how they treat us? No offense. but I don't see them treating a scavenger to a warm welcome. Listen, he looks around before leaning in close. Pop quiz. When your leader stops giving and starts taking, what do? Talk to them. Ha! Clear out your ears, scavenger. We already tried that. Look where it got us. Treated like criminals in our own homes. The time for talk is over. It's been over for a long time now. So what are you going to do about it? Right, so here's the thing. He leans in closer. A little while ago, one of our boys gets sent to check this dome out. Finds these seeds, comes back all covered in green shit. Now Danny, he went missing, but he left some of the stuff behind, and it was gas bag spores. So, see, these things are nasty. If you're dead, they turn you into one of those things, but if you eat them, they make you sick. Really, really sick. I know this because a couple of the Baron's cronies might have accidentally been given some, and ended up in the doc's office. I think I can see where this is going. Eh, you do you? That was only a tiny handful of spores. Imagine we get a whole bunch of them. Could make a lot of people sick. Maybe guards. Maybe while they're lying in bed, might be about time that someone stages a little revolution. You get me, kid? So you want me to find spores for you? I can show you. Find me a good-sized bunch of spores. The more the merrier. That's all I ask, Scav. If you find those seeds too, come find me. I've got a plan. And you want in on it. I can promise you. I can make it worth your time. I'll think about it. That's fascinating. That suggests that there's a third option, because I sided with the Baron, and I plan on still siding with the Baron, because I've seen that ending, and, well, spoilers, it pans out nicely for the town, for all parties involved. So yeah, I guess it's Biodome time. Now I also have to consider whether or not I want to narc that guy out to the sheriff. Here's the thing, getting the spores is a critical turning point in this particular branching story path, because that's what we're in. We're in a branching story path. There are multiple fates that could happen to Prosperity, and it's entirely up to us. The courier, I mean scavenger. Yes, we have 5 minutes before the seals on the suit wear out, because this gas is corrosive. Can't operate the switch because I need a fuse. Got our fuse, double back to the fuse box so we can activate the switch, and then, you know, activate the switch. Pump one. Okay, great. So what opened up? Ah, yes. 2. And last but not least, pump 3. Now we actually have to backtrack a little bit for a secret. I remember. That opens the gate, and then there's some stuff. Alright, that's the point we can access now that we couldn't before. Check system. All pumps active. All pumps active. An unauthorized reset was performed. Unauthorized maintenance is a breach of contract agreement with Bolar Pilus Oil Limited and will invalidate your warranty. Air test. Testing. Test results. Chlorine, 5%. Nitrogen, 77%. Oxygen, 20%. Trace others, 3%. Warning. Chlorine concentrations. Feel the effects of dizziness, headache, or irritation to membranes. Call a technician. Now this is a train, and it's interesting how this works. To prevent it from, like, moving or like splatting the player, because this type of linear travel is something that is technically very difficult, if not impossible to do in ZDOOM. A shortcut of sort was used. So here's the switch. You can see where we are, which is not actually where the train was. So if I... Yeah, there's a teleport when I go through the door. So when we see the environment out of the window, I still don't know how this was done, but in ZDOOM, like the sorcery. Now it will teleport me over here instead. I didn't think there was just one of you. This doesn't take us directly to the botanical garden. Instead, we're actually at the other side of the jump that is otherwise impossible to perform because this is just too high up. There's nothing to bridge the ground. But our route into the botanical gardens is clear. Well, gas bags indicates that we're getting warmer.
More lands in this groundwater. That can't be good.
No shit, it isn't. Lamp a boost.